welcome back to another episode of TayChats. Obviously, this is the first time and the first episode that I'm ever filming, and I haven't seen you guys in so long, so we have lots to catch up on, but welcome back. Obviously, I'm smiling ear to ear just sitting here filming this. It's been months, and a lot of big changes have happened, and I hate to put that as an excuse. Not an excuse at all. Back and better than ever is always what I say, and sometimes time off just makes you better. So in this case, I think it has. I'm getting used to using the camera while I talk. I have a new mic. This mic's like a little bit more like movable, so I can kind of like play around with it when I'm sitting here filming too. The filming part is kind of interesting because I don't know if I should be looking like out into the distance so you can see me talking, or if you want to see like a background. I just moved in November. I've been gone in December and most of January, so kind of why my background's funky. We're gonna try to fix that. I will say I do like the lighting. The lighting looks great. New apartment, new roommate, so lots to catch up on. I'm not even sure where to begin, but I'll just kind of dive right in. So I did leave Los Angeles. Nothing against LA. I loved LA. It was an amazing 2 years there. I kind of just felt like I wasn't getting as far as I wanted to. I think, originally, like I said, I moved there to work in production and do things like that. And I slowly was doing that, but I think the pandemic really opened my eyes to how much you can do remotely. So I'm not in LA anymore. I've decided to move back to the Midwest. I'm now in Cincinnati with my boyfriend, and I'm ecstatic. Just being around people that love you and care about you and just inspire you and empower you is so, it's not like life-changing, but it's just so important to me. And the physicality of it all is just that being around people like that is what I realized, motivates me. Being in my room by myself in LA wasn't always my happiest times. And I had the best roommates, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I want to be where my boyfriend is. And that's just the natural charm of it all. So I'm here, I'm in Cincinnati, we've been traveling. So I moved in November, like mid-November. I drove to Vegas, met my dad with my car packed up. He drove my car back for me, so shout out to him. That was absolutely amazing. And then I took off. I flew to a wedding in Charleston, came here with 2 suitcases, unpacked a little bit, and that was it. Kind of got right to just traveling and trying to move into an apartment. As you can see, like, things are still not all together at all. And I think what I did was put these podcasts and things like that on the back burner because I was just trying to sort out all things like moving. And I kind of realized, you know what? Who cares? We'll just film anyway. So got a new couch, we got a new bed frame, we love that stuff. Everything else, nothing else is done. So we've been gone, we've been in Florida for a month, and then we went to the Bahamas. Amazing. And now I'm ready to get back to working. Not even working, just for fun right now. So I'd love for it to turn into a job, as you guys know, but right now I'm just enjoying this. I'm enjoying life. So just to kind of back up to what I was saying about moving, the move, it went really great. I feel like it went really smooth. Having my dad kind of drive my car for me took a load off for sure. Definitely was super helpful. And I just miss talking to the camera. I miss talking to, just a microphone, just having an outlet. That's been so important to me. And so today I was like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna attempt to film this. If not, obviously the audio is always still important, but we'll see where it goes. I have new ideas that I'm gonna be working on this week and next week that I can't tell you about yet, but I'm really excited. I just really wanna start the year off strong, even though I'm a little late into it. And I want this year to be a really big year for me as far as, growing my brand, growing my podcast, and growing what else I'm gonna be working on too. So I'm really excited about that and to share that all with you. I feel like this is a big change in my life and maybe in your life. Maybe you went through a big move as well. So if that's something you went through and you have advice or you want to talk about it, you guys know where to reach me. You can always DM me on Instagram, and that's been kind of mute lately too. So we're getting that back and running up. I'm gonna start to rebrand that. So I'm really excited. I think a rebrand is kind of necessary to get my life kind of back on track as far as what my life looks like now. It looks a lot different. So quit my job in LA, kind of a bummer. Obviously, still wanting to work a little bit in influencer marketing, but I do have a lot more time to devote to this podcast and to what I'm also working on. So I'm really looking forward to that because eventually, this is something that I do want to do full time, and I want it to lead to obviously other opportunities as well. So I'm really excited. I've still been, going and doing like auditions online and things like that. So, remote has really helped me kind of balance my life, with my family and my friends, and obviously my boyfriend. I get to live with him now, which is a very exciting venture. But also, being remote, I can do anything from wherever. So more time to travel. The long distance is over. That's huge for me, but also for us. So when I did arrive, Sam called into the radio, okay? And I guess I missed it. My flight was delayed and bags took forever. So he called into the radio and was like, my girlfriend is moving in with me and I'm so excited. And her favorite song is You're Still the One. And they played that, okay? So I missed it. So he recorded it on his phone, and then he was trying to hook up like the Bluetooth to the car. And I'm like, what are you playing? Because no one hooks up Bluetooth and you hear like a radio announcer. So the radio announcer and him, you can hear the conversation, they're talking, and it was really cute. And then they played the song, and I literally was like, oh my God. So this is obviously the best decision I've made. We get back, there's flowers everywhere, not flowers, roses. There's roses everywhere, there's a bouquet. And he's like, I'm so happy that you're living with me. And I was like, yes, me too. So right off to a good start. Like I said, we went to a wedding in Charleston, which was a lot of fun. And then went to Florida for a month. It was Christmas and the holidays. So this has just been like a really stressful time of year. And I think for everyone, it has been. I've been trying to like look for other jobs on LinkedIn, and people will get back to me like a week or two later, like, I'm sorry, I've been so busy. And I'm like, honestly, it's fine. Like, I totally understand. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm going. As far as living with a boy, you're probably wondering, it's going good. Honestly, I was a little bit worried. I didn't really know what Sam's taste was in like furniture, okay? And I knew I was gonna have to take full force there. I was like, so I'm the girl and I'm moving in, I'm making this big long move. I wanna pick out the furniture. And he was like, I pick out good furniture, I can help too. So I'm showing him like styles I like, and he actually ended up finding this couch, which I'll post a picture of when like everything's done. But I love this couch. It's my favorite couch in the whole wide world. Bed frame, like everything is just looking amazing, and it's nice that we have the same style and stuff. But I guess other exciting news, living together in an apartment, in a 1-bedroom, as you can imagine, we do bump into each other a little bit. So we are looking into getting like some sort of smaller house that we can, he can have his kind of like office space, and then I can have a recording space, and we don't have to bump into each other too much. So that's been cool. Also, I've gotten back into cooking, which is, part of a new venture for me, and we'll touch on that soon. But I love cooking. I cooked all the time in LA, but I think now my love language is cooking. You can ask any of my friends. You can ask my parents, my sister. Me cooking a meal for someone is meaning like, I love you. You're amazing. That's what it means to me. So I've been cooking a lot, and I've been cooking a lot of new stuff because it's more exciting. Like, boys eat more, so it's like I can cook a lot. I'd cook in LA and I'd share with my roommates, but girls are like so picky and like we want healthy stuff. So I've been like sneakily cooking healthy food, and a lot of it. So I made like honey garlic chicken, just some really good stuff. The other night I made carnitas tacos, and I think Sam was like floored. So ladies, if you need to learn how to cook, let me know. It's fun. And you just follow recipes or like make your own recipes. It's amazing what you can do creatively. So that's been part of my new venture, is cooking. That's what I do in my downtime. Cook. A lot of the stuff that I'm even filming with right now, like these microphones, I pulled up from like a storage bin up top of our closet. Sad. That can never happen again. We'll not let that happen again. So trying to get everything situated. We bought a Christmas tree. Like, first of all, I've never bought a Christmas tree before. They're A, kind of expensive. B, they're so annoying. They go up for 20 to 30 days, and then they get ripped down. So to my surprise, we, put one up. It was so fun. Loved it. Went to Florida for a month, came back, it was still up. That's the part I was not too happy about, having to take it down. Took me 2 days to just take that down. Because looking at it, I was like, I do not want to pull together this fake tree. Can we just toss it out? So took down the ornaments, all that. You know, it's crazy like the weird things you do when you move in with someone, like putting up the Christmas tree, getting a new couch, and those like things really excite you. You know, when you're in college, like going out on a Friday night excites you. Not anymore, no. So also now living in Cincinnati, I am a Bengals fan, I think. So I was, early in the season I wasn't, I'll admit it. So they played the 49ers, and the 49ers actually played in the Super Bowl in 2020 when I moved to LA. So my dad gave me a 49ers hat, and from then on I was like, I'm gonna support the 49ers. And that's how I am with every team. And Sam actually has a funny story about that. I will literally switch sides like that. It means nothing to me really, but now I'm a Bengals fan, and as you can tell, it's probably because they're winning. I've hopped on the bandwagon, so we are going to watch that game on Sunday. Really excited about that. Not to mention that I've actually gotten really into football living with a boy. So I don't know if you've ever lived with anyone, but especially your significant other, you kind of have to take turns with the TV. And that's fine. But it's also like, I'll put something on like Euphoria or really anything, and Emily in Paris, that's the one Sam hates. And he'll just be like, really? Like, I'm not watching this. So that's tough. So now I have like certain TV time where I can watch the show and he's doing something else. But other than that, like together we like watching Ozarks and things like that. But you know, obviously this adventure has been quite silly. Just like everything that I've been doing is so random, like couching, like finding a couch, finding a bed frame, decorating an apartment. Like these are things I honestly dreamed of doing with Sam. When I lived in LA, like those were things, you know, I knew that when I was in LA, it was just something I was doing to better myself and better my career, but this is like permanent, this is long term. And we still look at each other now like, when am I going back to LA? Like it just doesn't feel like we're in it anymore. It feels like it's been long distance forever and we're just like used to it. So now we're getting used to like being around each other 24/7, and it's awesome. But yeah, that's a little bit up to speed with me. I've been in kind of a funk, obviously, you know, moving and being away. Traveling is so fun. Traveling makes me so happy, but it also makes me lazy. And I think we can all agree to that. Maybe, maybe not. But, you know, I don't have access to just be pulling out microphones all the time. You know, I don't want to record myself because I'm like, you know, I just get really lazy. And that itself kind of puts me in a funk because I'm walking around like I don't really remember my purpose or what I want to do, what I like to do. And that kind of feels icky. So this past week, I've really been trying to pull myself out of that funk. I had a really great conversation with my dad on Monday. He called me, and I actually hung up crying because I was more inspired. And again, this is why I moved back. When I talk to my family, I feel more inspired than ever because I do believe that my family, my boyfriend, and even my friends, they see something in me that I often forget about or I don't see in myself. And I think being around people that bring out that version of you, that make you feel inspired, is so important. And so I got off the phone crying and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get back to recording my podcast. Like, I gotta get back to doing these things I love and be fearless again. You know, when I recorded that first episode in my car, I was very fearless. It was exciting and nerve-wracking all at the same time. And, you know, even today, this morning, I was getting ready and I was like literally panicking because I was like, I haven't been on camera ever. I've filmed on camera before, but I haven't been on camera in a while. I haven't recorded in a while. What if something goes wrong? What if the mic breaks? And all these what ifs kind of kept flooding into my head. And I just kept thinking like, what if I just look lame? Like, what if this is stupid? And what if this doesn't mean anything anymore? Like, what if I missed my opportunity? And I was like, no. I'm not gonna let myself talk that way to myself. I'm only gonna uplift myself. And that's the motto for 2022 is I'm gonna keep going after everything I wanna go after. So podcasts weekly, for sure, absolutely, no doubt. Obviously, I'm probably gonna skip a couple weeks within the year with holidays and stuff, so don't hold me to that. But again, a new exciting adventure that I'm working on. I want to say it, but I want to work on it first. I don't want to spoil the tea. So that's exciting. Again, the new Instagram being updated. So there's just a lot to look forward to. And I really want to monetize on myself this year. So whether that be through this or through other things, I'm going to be trying it all. So you might get annoyed at me, but this is what I want to do. This is what I want to go after. So I'm really excited. Next week's episode, no idea what it's going to be about yet. Seriously, when I say that last night I was like, I'm going to get up and start recording, I mean it. I briefly prepared this morning and I, typed things down that I wanted to talk about, and all of a sudden, out of my brain. because I'm focused on looking at you and giving you attention and looking at the camera. So that's where I'm at. I know this isn't a crazy long episode. We can discuss way deeper into living with a partner. Happy to do that. Happy to do that. Excuse me. I'm happy to do that. Happy to get Sam on here again. Happy to get other guests on here again. We are going to keep the ball rolling here. And again, like I said, this podcast has always been just a diary for me to vent and like tell you what's going on in my life so that we can share the same similarities. So if you've had a big life change or a big move, please let me know. I'm happy to discuss and share and talk about it. But other than that, please reach out through my DMs if there's some episodes you want to see coming up next week or in the next few weeks, especially, if there's anything that I talked about today that maybe is similar to what you're going through. Let's talk. But thank you guys so much for listening and tuning into another episode of TayChats. I promise that as the weeks go on, my background will be a lot better, but I'm so excited that I got to film today, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for those who have reached out to me wondering where I've been, because I'm back. Okay? Bye, guys.